Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in my home in Zoodesia Zoo, getting ready for some work down in the temperate forest area. I told you guys we were going to be doing some work at the zoo today, and I'm so excited because I have actually been doing quite a bit of fencing work over there that I kind of gave you guys a sneak peek of over the last few days. Oh my goodness. Are you guys hungry? Are you really loving this pumpkin turkey and peach gourmet dog food? I guess that's what it is. So it looks like Pine and Lily definitely wanted some food. Well, I'm glad you guys will enjoy that. But yes, so today's goal, my friends, is to go down to the temperate forest area. We have had a very emotional, amazing last few days. Oh, and now that I only have one darling because all of my other boyfriends, my boyfriend right here, whose name is Chips, but he still has the old name of Darling at the moment. My boyfriend Chips cloned himself a little while ago, and his clones used to run around, so I wasn't able to give any of them. Okay, I'm sorry, Alia. I just noticed that you came up for some turkey peaches and pumpkin food too. But there you go. Okay, let me talk about my boyfriend. Alia. He deserves it. But yes, it's been a long time since I have been able to give my good Chips a. It's a little awkward with the bench in the way. Sorry, darling. Okay. You know, maybe kissing on the lips is a little bit bold for this series, so we'll just have to assume I managed to kiss you on the cheek after all. That's finally back. So after so long of having his clones running around, so I didn't feel comfortable giving him a kiss on the cheek. Take that! All right, now we can get back to giving him take-back kisses, which makes me really happy. Oh, I really miss that. And don't worry, little Chips, I'm not going to kiss you. And please don't fall into this compost bin here. But I will be actually giving the little Chips their very own awesome home with the cookie chicken. And they're going to have a little chocolate factory. And we're going to be actually playing a game called Chocolate Tycoon, like Chocolatier Tycoon. And we're going to be playing it to be able to get ideas for what the little Chips can have in their chocolate factory. I'm really looking forward to that. But I'm getting sidetracked already. So let's hurry up and get out of here, because what we're going to be working on today is popping down to the temperate forest area so that we can provide a wonderful home for our bees. We have so many extra queen bees that we actually found over in that new forest. So I'm really excited because we do have our black bear area up in the temperate forest zone, and we will be putting in a black bear in the future. But we're also going to try to do some more research about black bears, maybe breed our black bears or find like nuisance black bears who are just lost and wandering the world. Often we'll find black bears stuck in like quicksand, like this is quicksand over here, or tar pools, or these sewage pools. We'll end up finding creatures stuck in there. So if we happen to find some nuisance black bears, or maybe black bears that wander into relic ruins and things like that, and then we can give them a new home. And I actually think I marked it down somewhere. Yeah, it's this forest right here. This forest, you can see where it caught on fire and the forest fire cleared things out. But this is the forest that I want to devote to being a black bear forest. So we might turn it into a reserve where we will take black bears. We can go over and also do honeybee research over there, because we found more honeybees in this one little biome than I have seen anywhere else in our world. So we're definitely going to be researching honeybees and black bears. And that means that we'll have like progressive research. So the whole point of having a extra forest, like a big biome area that we mark off as national forest, is that any breeding we do, because it's always fun to see baby animals, especially when they're pixel baby animals, so you know that you're not doing anything bad to real animals. But any breeding we do here, we have an outlet to take the animals elsewhere. So I'm really excited to be able to start our black bear research in our zoo and then take it and expand it into a bigger park in the future. And on that note of doing all sorts of research on that forest, though, it's not just going to be black bears, it is going to be all those bees. And I have a special area where we can start putting down more honeybees. I'm so excited. So we're actually going to be adding honeybees over into this little zone in the temperate forest zone so that we can try to attract not only the honeybees, but attract a honey bee keeper. So I want to get a beekeeper who will come and move into our zoo. And the best way to attract somebody with that kind of expertise is with bees. So you catch bees with honey, and you catch beekeepers with queen bees, beautiful queen bees who can have their own apiary. So we'll be putting that into the temperate forest hopefully today. And you know, I was thinking, good. I'm pretty sure I've taken care of everything important, and we can focus on getting flowers out there for the queen bee. We can really focus on maybe even showing off the amazing fencing work I have done for the black bear exhibit. And then I looked in my pocket and found a zombie. So we do have near-nase zombie that we need to cure. So I'm thinking we'll probably either cure him today if we have time, and if we don't, we will cure him on Saturday for our Saturday special, because that seems like something we definitely need to take care of. I don't want to have a villager zombie sitting in my pocket for too long. Who knows? I don't think they're like Pokeballs, Pine. It could malfunction at any moment, and that is not something I want to suddenly have like pop out of my pocket and start nibbling on my leg. So we'll work on that too. But all right, and I also want to find things that we can put around our honeybees, like these beautiful bushes, and I can check. We'll go ahead and look inside of our let me put those away, but I can go ahead. Oh my goodness, was that Aki? Aki makes the most interesting little mousy noise when she's worried about things. But I actually wanted to check inside here to see my edible plants. How many of these berry bushes do I have? I have a lot of the strawberries, some of the yellow elderberries, some orange berries, huckleberries, because we can use these berries and berry bushes to make berry groves around our bear exhibit. You see where I'm going with that? But I am thinking flowers would probably be better, because the way that the bees work, they need flowers. And that's an animal trap. I thought that was an apiary. That would not have worked to stick my bees inside of. So let's go inside and make some apiaries, because that definitely wouldn't work. Oh my goodness, that startled me. All right, Martha, I'm sorry about Quill. I will take care of that later. Oh my goodness. Do I have an apiary in here by any chance? Or any other bees? I do not. I do have some bees upstairs though. Sit down, everybody. You can't go upstairs because you tend to run into the essence berry room. But I do have some bees upstairs. So let me check, because I've been... Agent Noodles? Agent Noodles! He just gave me a feather. I think he was chasing birds up here in my bedroom. That was really, really funny. And you can see Chips and I, our bed. You can see Chips on the left side and a certain plant that may or may not indicate my name on the right side. And then let's see, bees. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more bees. I'm going to throw all my, well, let's take 2 queen bees and put them up here actually to save them for when we make the Entomology Academy. Entomology being the study of insects and all of those awesome animals. But we're going to take all of these. So that makes 4 bees here. And then, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 10, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bees. 12 bees altogether is a pretty fair-sized bee area. So I'm really hoping we'll be able to attract a beekeeper. I'm pretty sure if I make a nice little tidy area where all of those queen bees can have their own apiary. All right, everybody, you guys can join me now. Where all of those queen bees have their own apiary and we have lots of flowers around the apiaries, then I'm pretty sure I'll be able to attract a beekeeper. You attract beekeepers with bees. That's how it works. Just like bees with honey, which I think is really cute. That's why I keep saying it. Okay, Alia, just be careful. Please don't go downstairs to the vampire penguins right now. Please, I beg of you. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and make some apiaries for our bees. And yeah, I was talking about the berry bushes and bees just a minute ago. And the reason I'm going to do something... Oh, no! I need that much leather again? I remember why I didn't do this now. Oh, can I turn the fur into leather? Is there a way? Is it just going to be fur? It's just going to be fur, isn't it? Really? What about the... Oh, I think I can use the red penguin skin. Right? To make... I can! That's left over from the old world, so I feel a little bit weird about it. But you know what? Desperate times, desperate measures, and I can turn all of these hides. That will work. We'll just have to use whatever I can. Penguin skins, and those are actually from the old world over a year ago. So if I haven't used them by now, might as well take them out. But anyway, the apiary. So I was talking about berries because we could normally surround bees with different types of things that we want the food to taste like, right? That's often what they'll do in real life too, is that they'll try to put a lot of clover, or they'll try to put like a lot of certain types of flowers that they want to try to imbue a little bit of the flavoring into the honey around the bees. And so I was thinking putting a bunch of berries around would be really nice for our bees, but actually bees in this world really love having flowers placed around their apiaries, and the queen bees will actually produce things faster. They'll produce the honey faster if they have flowers. There we go, turned all the hide into leather. Oh yeah, that's looking awesome. More item frames. I'm gonna need a lot more item frames than that to make so many apiaries. So let's go ahead and grab these. This is gonna be a bit of a project. But yeah, so queen bees in this world actually love having their little apiaries surrounded by flowers. And if you surround the apiary with flowers, then they'll produce honey and all of the other things a lot faster. So we're going to work on that instead. All right, so there's that. And then we'll go ahead. I don't really use the penguin skins for anything else, but wow, that's really weird. I mean, I've had these penguin skins since the old world, so that's kind of surreal to use them now, but that's a good thing. They need to be used. What's the point of just holding on to them for no reason for so long? So now we have 7 out of the 12 that we need. So I need to make a few more of these. Whoops, need to make a few more sticks. That's what I need to make. There we go. And be careful not to knock open. I'm just so worried I'm going to accidentally knock open that like safari net. I should probably put it in my backpack, if not my pockets, just to be sure that we'll be a little bit safer. But yeah, so we're going to try to grab some flowers, and I'm thinking either flowers from my plant sorting shed, or we're going to pop over to the flower field and grab some flowers from over there instead. All right, that should be enough apiaries, and then I save some of the penguin skins because I just need 12 apiaries. There we go. We have so many queen bees now. I'm going to be so excited if we can attract ourselves a beekeeper and he can teach us some more about bees, and we can maybe do some projects with bees, because I've already learned a little bit in just doing research about like how honey is made and how bees are taken care of. I learned, for instance, that these adorable little bees, where are they? These lovely bees, that's the queen, of course, and she has all of her honeybees who go out and they collect the honey, and one honeybee will often visit anywhere from 50 to 100 flowers per collection flight before they turn around and bring back what they gathered to back to the hive, which kind of amazed me. And it takes, I think, I don't even know if one honeybee in her entire lifetime can make like a teaspoon of honey for you. So that's really humbling, because it's really through like mass group effort that the queen bees actually produce anything, or not the queen bees, but that the beehive produces any honey. And you actually need upwards of like 30 pounds of honey to support one hive through the winter. So what they're doing when they're making all that honey is making food to survive when it's cold, which is really, 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 really cool if you think about that, because they're little insects. Most insects just go, I'm gonna die now, and just leave my eggs behind for the winter. But not bees. They actually try to do something about it, which I think is really neat. And my dogs are way too interested in what's going on with, let's put this little zombie, there we go. Now he's safely tucked out of my pocket. My dogs are way too interested in what is going on with the vampire penguins downstairs. So let's go ahead and get a move on. We're going to go to the temperate forest area. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to show you guys. We're going to pass up all the sleeping things. Sylph has actually come back. She communed with that tree long enough, and she went back to sleep for a bit. I'm really hoping I can wake her up again when the weekend comes. We'll have to see what happens. But, oh, the leaves. Every time. Man, that's so beautiful. And Alexis! Oh, Alexis! I wonder if I have anything I can give you, my friend. Because Alexis sometimes has really cool things. Hi, Alexis! She's the wandering botanist. And I mean, we could get alliums from her. That would be really pretty. And she has columbines and all sorts of pretty flowers. I should make her some pancakes. We should make Alexis some pancakes and bring her some pancakes. We'll do that. We'll do that sometime soon, Alexis. Hang in there, my friend. Oh, I can't wait. Now that we've officially passed like 1,000 episodes of zoo crafting, I'm feeling really pumped with being able to focus once again. Sorry, I just have to pick the strawberries. They're so cute, and I love strawberries. And this is one of our little like decorative gardens that also serves a function. And our beautiful tree planted by Kristen. But that's what I was about to say. One of my big goals over the next month is to add in all the old NPCs, all the old trees. I'm so behind because we had a lot of kerfuffles. Can I see any squirrels from over here? I'm trying to... Oh, I was like, where'd my egg sandwich go? It just vanished into thin air. I'm trying to adopt some of these little squirrels, so I really do need to focus on trying to fill out my adoption form. I do have a squirrel that I am in the process of adopting. Was it this clipboard? No, not that one. Oh, the academy. We are going to be building the academy too. So some things I'm going to be focusing on, and I've decided to do it like this. Okay, Seri, you have 100 episodes to do some projects. Let's think about which ones you want to work on. And one of the big ones is our temperate forest area, of course, but also getting an academy set up so that we're able to have a little school where people can come and they can have lessons. And Alia, do be careful. You're climbing on top of the ATM just there, my darling. And people can have lessons. I want to get some of these special little like forest setup. There's going to be some really fun things. And I want to add in the NPCs and the trees again that are past due, like our backlog of them, so that we can see this world come to life that way too. It's going to be pretty amazing. I'm really happy. And we're seeing so much progress. I mean, look at my beautiful fence. We even have a little viewing area. Summer, Maple, please stay inside. You're ruining the illusion of my carnivores being more safely kept inside of their enclosures. So we will be working on that too. We will be working on the education center. I actually need to submit some forms to apply for getting a stuffed raccoon. So I'm thinking about putting a stuffed raccoon right over here so that you can like look at it. And then I want to have like a shelf or some units where you can read some books, buy some books, all sorts of cool things like that. Lily girl, are you getting hungry again? Okay, she's getting a little hungry again. So let's go ahead and feed her. Oh, and Alia, there you go. All right, Pine. Wow, they really like this. I'm going to have to remember pumpkin, turkey, and peaches. Very popular among our puppies. All right, but let's keep moving. Man, this looks so awesome, though. I am so proud. Oh, yeah, and let's check on these bees. Oh, my goodness. So these bees have already gone ahead. She has passed on. It kind of surprises me how quickly the bees pass away now. It's like they only get one shot to make one little hive full of honey and then they pass on. But we'll make sure we take good care of it. And now that I know you can put the pressers onto a hopper and you can automate the pressers that way, we will set up a way where the honeycombs and all of our wax combs can hopefully be taken into pressers, dropped in there, and we can automate the hives that we are going to be putting down. So we're putting down all of these apiaries, yes. And I'm hoping we can, Alia, please don't jump into the deer exhibit. I don't think they would appreciate that. Look at the cute little fawn. He's like, nope, you don't see me. He just into the grass. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. But I do want to automate this bee apiary area too, so we can collect our honey a bit faster. Okay. All right. I'm really excited about this part because I've worked really hard at getting quite a few things set up over here for our black bear exhibit. I don't think I've shown you the new fencing yet. So I'm going to show off the new fencing to you guys and show you how we are ready to start decorating all sorts of enrichment items and putting in food and making sure there's proper water for our black bear. And we're going to start having consultants. We're going to start having consultants with experts in the various animals that we're building exhibits for. So that's going to be really interesting because we're going to have a black bear consultant come and he's going to let us know if it's a secure exhibit and good for our black bears, and that'll be just so wonderful. We might learn some new things from him too. So I told you guys, so much going on in the zoo, and we're actually got things that we're doing. What is the new, like, there's so much to do in the zoo, but then we're actually doing things now, which makes me excited. All right, so we've got our little flowers right here. I guess I could collect some of these and put them down. And my mustard, you guys. I need to tell you about this. Look at our picnic pickup area. It has been somewhat spruced up. I brought in some lovely birch leaves to kind of decorate the area up. I still need to redo this side of the red wolf exhibit. We will be trying to redo it. I don't think the red wolves are very interested in coming over here, so I'm going to see if maybe we clear out some of the trees and add in some enrichment items for them, if they'd be more inclined to come on this side for people to watch them. And then we've got some brand new condiments. I've never been so excited about bottles of ketchup in my entire life. I really haven't, Pine. But we do have some brand new condiments over here. And props off, hats off. Please speak up in the comment section if it was you who suggested the idea. Alia, please don't play under the picnic blanket. If it was you who suggested the idea of putting in these little Da Vinci statues with mustard on one side, ketchup on the other, little napkin in the middle, it actually turned out really, really well for only having so many little tiny pieces of blocks to work with. This is a lot harder to work with than the microblocks mod we used to have, but I'm so happy because look, we have the little ketchup mustard napkin holder, and if you come up to it, you can actually get things from it. Look at this. You can get napkins, you can get ketchup, you can get mustard, and you can get mayo. And the mayo was added in because I was informed by our wonderful Benjamin that you use mayo for your French fries, which you guys call chips over there, and pretty much mayo in like everything in England. And that's really weird because here, like, mayo is very sparingly used in the United States, at least where I have grown up. And everybody's like, well, you're going to make your heart explode. You're going to have a heart attack if you eat mayo. But I added in mayo. So there we go. We've got ketchup, mustard, and mayo, as well as napkins available. You can just snag them whenever you need right over here. I'm really hoping people won't try to use those napkins to do something silly like make a book out of napkins. Why would you do that? Clearly you shouldn't do that. So they're just there if you need them. But yes, complimentary things. So we've got little complimentary stations of the ketchup, mustard, all of that stuff kind of sprinkled around. I think I might go ahead and surround this with like the flat glass pieces that we're using for picnic baskets, kind of like we're doing inside the picnic baskets, just so it looks a little nicer when you look at it. But the picnic pickup, I am still working on it. I'm sorry, you guys. I have been so busy with everything else. I haven't had time to go in and make sure that every single basket is full yet. But some of them are full. And once we make some of, like, all of them full, I want to make sure. Oh, look, I have cake. I have cake and a pineapple and some pina coladas and some strawberries. This is going to be a very random basket, but whoever gets it can have these things. Do I have any other random foods on me? I have some ginger. I am not going to put just a raw thing of ginger in there. That would be too funny, though. Like, here you go. Have some ginger. There you are, my friend. No, I need to actually make real picnic food for these things. I need to make, like, muffins. I need to make cupcakes. I need to make sandwiches, which we'll work on in the future. And tomorrow is a zoo kitchen, but I think we might actually be feeding the animals. In this case, feeding our queen bees some flowers instead for zoo kitchen. So we may be doing that tomorrow instead, because I haven't even gotten to where I want to put the queen bees. Got sidetracked by my adorable little picnic pickup place. But you can see there's been additions. I even had some of these log pieces moved in. We are still going to have a new carpenter move in, and she's going to be so awesome. Hopefully teach us a lot about wood cutting, and I'm going to draw a lot of inspirations for her being. Something tells me that in some alternative universe she might be someone named Robin in Stardew Valley. Not sure. I wonder who she'll be here. But I have a feeling she'll be very much like that. And if you guys have ideas on wooden furniture that we could suggest to Robin to maybe make for us, or wooden pieces of artwork that we can have her sell, so we have special defense items available like exclusively at her little carpentry cabin, then do let me know, because you guys had this amazing idea for a ketchup mustard napkin holder, and it's like one of my favorite tiny happy joys of the day, looking at this tiny little thing. Who knows why? But all right, you guys ready? Now that all of that rambling is done, and I'm going to avoid trying to collect from that honeybee, even though I really want to right now. Deep breath, Seri. We are going to look at how the black bear exhibit has come along. I'm so proud. Okay, let's dive in. Let's do this. Dun 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 ta-da! Here we go. This is the black bear exhibit. I filled it with dirt. Do you know how long that took? It was miserable because I don't have a silk touch pickaxe, because I'm still trying to attract that blacksmith with the ego the size of Jupiter to come and move into our place. So I don't have a silk touch pickaxe. So I had to encourage, through the creative use of varied levels of terrain over here, the grass to spread everywhere and then sit and stare at it until it did. So we have the grass everywhere. I was also not able to move any of the fossil pieces because I don't have my silk touch pick yet. So I just left the bones kind of like where they plunked down and like where they had been. And I left the fossils there, and I left the little shards of gemstones alone too, so that we'll be able just to leave them as decorative pieces. I actually really love, oh yeah, you're not a black bear. I actually really love leaving behind those ores, kind of where I didn't plan for them to be, just like what we used to do in our caves. And actually a few of you guys commented on that, for how we are clearing away the cave system so that we can make areas where we can paint. We can have cave paintings down here, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I definitely need to smooth this out. But in the past, what we used to do to make the caves look more natural is we would kind of chisel around some of these ores. So we'd make these ores pop out, we'd make these gemstones pop out, and then we would leave them alone. Like, we would just keep moving. We wouldn't make a clear straight tunnel. We would work around these fossil pieces, and so you'd have to go around them. I really love that idea. I was really impressed that so many of you guys remembered that's how we used to do things when we made cave exhibits and tunnel exhibits in the old world. So we'll definitely be doing that in the future. We'll also kind of wiggle down here as well, so that we can make sure we have lots and lots to see. But in here, you can see this is the tunnel part of the black bear exhibit. So you come over here, you've got a great view of the black bears over here, especially thanks to these absolutely phenomenal new fences that I'm so in love with. Then you wiggle on in into our beautiful tunnel. And well, it's not very beautiful right now, I'm going to be honest. It could really use some like stalactites, stalagmites. We could have some roots hanging down, but we'll get to those things things. Don't you guys worry. Not to mention, I just remembered somewhere, like, okay, we left the bag back at the house, but at the last dog quest, one of our dogs actually found a bat. I'm so excited. Oh dear. I startled Lily. I guess she didn't like me yelling like that, but they found a bat. So we can add in a tiny little bat exhibit in here. I'm thinking the bumblebee bat, because that's one that I grew up with in Missouri, and I really love the bumblebee bat, and they're so tiny and cute. So we might possibly add in a very small bat exhibit in here as well, because that's definitely something I want to do. Just kind of slip in maybe even an insect. Like we could slip in an insect exhibit or two, because we're going to start interspersing the small exhibits kind of in here with the big guys, like the black bear, who's not even one of the biggest bears in like North America, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, we'll ignore that side of the tunnels for now because it's still very much a work in progress. And this is where the black bears are going to be, right over here. You can see them from inside the tunnels this way. Another great view. I love how we have almost like a total view of the exhibit thanks to these windows, especially now that we don't have all the floofy things or the fence pieces in the way that kind of block your view from right here. We have a great view of the exhibit where we'll hopefully see a very, very happy black bear or two running around in here. It'll be fun to try to go find them too. That'll be really fun. And then we've got the tunnel. This is the open spot where we're going to come over, and we'll probably devents the roots together because we very rarely devents anything together. So it'd be really fun to do a little bit of deventsing together to make root systems that kind of reach over and claw over from across the ground. And that's going to be really pretty when you look up too, and you can see the sun, you can see the rain, you can see the leaves falling, and you'll be able to see the roots and maybe even the shadow of the roots as the sun comes down through there. So I think I'm really going to love that. And I actually got the idea for making something like that from Star Stable, believe it or not, because zoo crafting is very much kind of a crossover thing where I draw inspiration and ideas from all over the world and all of the adventures we go on and everything we do. And then this one, Alia is showing off where the waterfall is going to be. So this is where the waterfall is going to be, pouring down right here into the black bear exhibit, making a nice pond for them to play in. So I'm hoping if I keep the waterfall like all the way over here, then the black bears will stay safe and they won't wander into the waterfall and get hurt. And we'll also hopefully have some fish for them to maybe chase after if they want, but I doubt they will, because black bears actually primarily eat plants, which still stuns me. 80% of their diet is plants, and I would have thought bear. Whenever I think bear, I guess I have a mental image of a grizzly bear clenching a salmon between its jaws, and the salmon's huge and the grizzly bear is huge, and so I don't really think black bear, which is much smaller. I don't really think black bear, which mostly eats berries, like they really do. 80% of their diet is plants, which just, it's so hard for me to wrap my head around that. And you want to know what the other percent of their diet usually is? It's not fish, it's insects, plants and insects. And then that's a bear. And you're like, wait, what? So it always catches me off guard. But anyway, up out of that end of the tunnel, popping right out to the surface, and we have this lovely elevated view of the black bear exhibit. I actually love the different panorama of views that we have on this exhibit, more so than almost any of our other exhibits. I think I'll enjoy... Lily! I'm gonna have to come over and make sure we can't do that, because we don't need anybody just walking into the black bear exhibit like that. Look, you can even see where I left some of the fossils in the ground. That'll make some great decorative pieces too. I really like that. But anyway, I think I'll enjoy how the red wolf exhibit gets to looking once I update the fence on the other sides too. So yeah, great view of the black bears. We actually have some berry gardens already spreading. I just left one or two of them alone, and those are the Pam's berry gardens. So they grow on their own. They will actually spread over time, and they're currently working on doing that right now. And then it's surrounded with the oak log fencing from the Garden Stuff mod, because even though it looks like you can jump over it, and well, I just did right then, but normally you're not supposed to be able to. See, now I'm trapped. It's because of this block, so I'll fix that too. This is why I need to hire that expert to come and tour my exhibit and make sure it's secure and safe for black bears. So we'll be hiring him at some point in the future. Don't you guys worry. Is the rest of it somewhat secure, semi-secure? Okay, yes it is. And you can see I've been working very hard on expanding the path. Oh goodness, and I have a lot of our local cotton variety to go ahead and collect. Oh, and I have a new location for the cougar. I'm pretty darn excited to show you guys my idea for where the cougar exhibit's going to go, but that might have to wait for another day because, oh my goodness, it's getting quite late. All right, but yes, so this is the black bear exhibit. Very happy with it. I would love to hear suggestions on what you guys think we should add in here, keeping in mind that black bears actually prefer more open areas. They don't really go, wait, let me think about this. Either one or the other type of bears. I think the black bears prefer somewhat more open areas like forests that have bushes, but not super, super duper thick forest. And they really, really love being able to eat berries. So I want to have lots of berry bushes in here and maybe not so many trees. We might just keep most of this area pretty open. And black bears will actually den either inside of hollow trees. I was really impressed at how many pictures there are of people who can just like stick their head in, as researchers, mind you, and look inside a hollow tree and there's just a black bear sound asleep inside. I was really like, I would think that during the winter they don't truly hibernate, they just kind of go into a little bit of a stupor. I would think that if like some biologist was sticking their head inside of your tree and going, hey, you asleep, and taking pictures of you, you would react a little bit more. But there were tons of pictures of black bears just asleep inside of a tree trunk. So I want to either do tree trunks, or black bears will also just go ahead and den in hollows that they'll dig out in the ground, like big little kind of dirt dens that they'll make. So I'm thinking that maybe right here we'll make a gigantic tree trunk, like a really big tree trunk. And I'm trying to think, should we do a tree trunk on its side? Or actually, now that I think about it, Lily and Pine, what if we do like a big tree trunk like the ones we have over in the Village of Light, and we do it over here and we make it look like a giant tree that just is a big tree stump instead of a tree trunk on its side, and then we can like grow trees on top of it. Or even if we turned it on its side, we can grow trees on top of it and just make it look like it's overgrown with tons of moss. So I want to do a big tree trunk. I want to do lots of berries. I want to do just maybe one or two other trees, and then mostly just like decorate the area and add the waterfall and just try to make it nice so that the bears can kind of enjoy digging around, looking for grubs, looking for berries, the things that they normally do during the day. And they're avid tree climbers, so we're gonna have to make sure they don't climb any trees to get out of their exhibit. That's another thing. And then here's where the fence and the gate are going to go so that I can get in and out to be able to take care of our black bears. Woo! All right. And we have some apiaries made out of red penguin skin, of all things. So, oh my goodness, Pine, Alia, Lily, that was quite the mouthful, quite the busy day. Sorry to ramble so much, you guys. I'm just so excited, and we're getting stuff done in the zoo. So I think tomorrow we're going to have a very special zoo kitchen because it will probably be feeding the bees. The bees have fed us and provided us with much honey. So we're going to go ahead and try to put down the apiaries, put the wonderful queen bees away where they belong, and then be able to provide them with some flowers to feed the bees. And then after that, we might even go and make some peanut butter so I can finally make some sandwiches to put into my picnic pickup shack, because that is going to be done by next week, heck or high water. Gosh darn it. All right. Wonderful. Well, that should cover everything. And we're doing it, you guys. We're doing it. We're going to make stuff happen in this zoo. And I love this. I love the adventures. And I really hope I don't accidentally let that zombie out of my pocket. And I really hope I'll be able to get the black bear expert here. And I really hope I'll be able to convince the blacksmith to come. And I have to contact somebody so that they'll hopefully give me that dead raccoon that's all stuffed and ready for an educational tool that I saw like advertised somewhere. So yeah, we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to do in the zoo. And we're finally doing it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.